Hi guys, and welcome back to Leslie Through the Looking Glass. For those of you that are new here, hi, hello, my name is Leslie. I'm so happy to have you. For my returning viewers, as always, thank you so much for coming back to support my channel. Alright guys, today is Monday, so that means another Monday mental health Monday. Sorry guys. I don't know where to start today. um, anyways, things, are okay. My check-in from last week is not a lot of change. Overall, I have felt a little bit just better in general. I'm not like having just that sad, want to cry for no reason feeling. I'm still not 100%, but I've been working on my breathing. I haven't really had a lot of panic attack feelings or anything like that, so I'm chalking that up for a win. There's been a few things this week that happened that just have kind of triggered a little bit extra as far as like anxiety and feelings go. I had a cat bite at work, and that's always like a thing. It doesn't happen a lot, but my work can be somewhat dangerous at times, and that just always adds a little concern there, being on antibiotics and dealing with that kind of stuff. One of our dogs is a little bit under the weather and having some issues going on that we're working on and trying to deal with and sort out. So that's been a little stressful. I had my appointment today to get my IUD birth control put in, and that was just a lot for me. And that's kind of the part I want to touch on today, more so than the rest, because I really just am processing the rest. Like, the cat bite's fine, my finger's healing well, not a big deal. My dog, I don't have answers yet, so I'm trying not to let, the worst case scenarios creep in my mind, but I am worried about her, and we'll be taking her back to my work tomorrow again for some more stuff. But I don't know about you, anytime I'm doing something that is just an unknown to me, it gives me that anxiety. So I spoke about getting my IUD put in today. I wasn't sure if I was going to film today, how I would be feeling. I didn't know what to expect. I've heard a lot of different stories and did a lot of reading on other people's things when trying to figure out what avenue I wanted to go down. Because like we've talked about on the channel before, my husband and I decided that we were going to be done trying, so I did want something a little bit more permanent. The only other type of IUD birth control I've used in the past was the Nexplanon implant after Amelia was born, and it goes in your arm, like on the inside of your arm here. I had a really good experience with mine for the most part, but it is only a 3-year birth control. So since we knew that we were done, I wanted something that just lasted longer, so it was one less thing to have to like worry about or deal with down the road for a while. And so I went with a more traditional IUD. And I just heard a lot of people having pain with them inserted, or them, adhering to your walls and all these, things. So I was trying not to freak myself out, but it was still very nerve-wracking for me, and I was very anxious waiting. It felt like the longest wait at the doctor's office and all of that. So the part that, also is I think triggering some anxiety is the fact like it's a very final step to this process of our plans moving forward. I spoke pretty in depth in a previous video about after our miscarriage and like deciding what the next step was really felt to me like a huge cause of my anxiety, because I don't do well with unknowns. I do better working with facts, and I hadn't decided what I thought was best for us moving forward and myself and all of that. And living in that limbo was really bothering me. And I'm, and in no way, shape, or form am I less confident in our decision. I'm still 100% knowing we did the right thing and we're doing the right thing for us. But it is also it's still part of the grieving process that like this final piece of the puzzle got put in where, this was our permanent stop to trying for another child. And I know it's removable, it's not permanent, but for us, this was like the final piece, at least in my mind. And so it just caused, a lot of feelings to come up this morning. Um, I don't, it hadn't really bothered me um, leading up to this point. Like, I didn't have any thoughts about it, or like, I wasn't sad as much. Like, I didn't really think about it in that way. And then this morning, running around with Amelia and playing and doing stuff, um, and that, I just had a lot of those thoughts. And um, like I said, I know I'm doing the right thing for us. I'm confident in our decision. It's not like a sadness of like, oh, did I do the right thing, or a regret feeling or anything like that. But it's just a part of the grieving process. I feel like that ideal that we had of that family in our heads, of what that might look like, you know, it's saying goodbye to that thought. It's knowing that that's just not what it's going to be, and like having to fully make peace with that, and like it's just bringing that extra element of sadness. And I just wanted to take a minute to speak on it because, nobody should dwell on things like this. You don't want to do that. It's not healthy to like live in it and let it consume you all the time. But at the same time, you know, you have a good support system often initially. And as things go by and time goes by, most people just assume you're over it and things are fine and that you shouldn't bring it up or you shouldn't ask, and it's an awkward conversation. I feel awkward bringing it up to people if I'm having a sad day about it, or if something triggers, some emotion or feeling, because I feel like most people expect me to not feel that way anymore. Not that anybody has said or done anything, but it just kind of goes back to normal, and it's a hard thing to deal with because it's just something we're taught not to talk about. So I just feel the need to occasionally like share that with you when I have those moments, so that other people who might be going through the similar things know that there's no time frame on it. Those feelings of grief and sadness will hit you when you least expect it, or sometimes like this, I most expect it. But it's okay to still have those feelings, whether it's been a day, a month, a year. Like, this is not a scenario that leaves you. Like, you carry it with you to some extent for a long time and forever. And this grief is not specific to losing a child or miscarrying or whatever whatever it may be. Losing any loved one, any saying goodbye to an idea or concept or what you thought your life was going to look like, and it isn't turning what you wanted it to be or what you expected it to be, and you need to let go of that image to move on. Any kind of situation like that, that's still grief, and you're still dealing with loss. And I just feel like that's not something we're taught to really talk about or share or acknowledge. And it can cause a lot of sadness, and the anxiety comes with carrying it with you and like holding it in and not sharing it and not feeling like you have anybody, and feeling very isolated and alone. So I just wanted to come on here and kind of mention that and let you guys know, like, it's normal, it's good, it's okay, it's healthy to feel the different waves of grief, highs and lows, peaks and valleys, whatever whatever analogy works best for you. But that's really all I have today, guys. I'm feeling okay for the most part. I have some cramping and pain. Nothing too severe, but I am going to try to just go get a little bit of rest while Amelia's napping a little bit, and see if that helps with the heating pad and stuff. But I just want to, have a good week this week. And hopefully you guys will have a good week as well. On Saturday, I will be back with a Disney video. I think I'll be doing finally my Scentsy video, show you guys my Scentsy warmer details, because I just love them. And they have some new warmers coming out, so I felt like it was a good time to show off what I have so you guys can see that. So that will be Saturday, and then I'll be back Monday with Mental Health Monday. I hope you guys have a great week. Let's just try to go into it with a positive attitude and make the best out of it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.